Everyone, we're the ECB team, and today we're gonna talk on Eurovision 2026 entries. Let's get started. So this time it will be all about one of the Baltic countries. That's right, it's Lithuania turn. The country has selected their entry via the long selection, may I say, Eurovision LT 2026. It featured none less than five semifinals and a grand final, and the winner is Leon Ceccah with the song Sólo Quiero Más. It's in Spanish and translated into English to I Just Want More. Lithuania will perform in semifinal number one in the second half of the show. Let's see what you think about Lithuania. Nomi, let's start with you, please.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted more, we got more. We got Jella, honestly. I think I was not expecting it. I'm from Lithuania. I was just like, what? I was thinking, is this Moldova? Is this Poland? What is going on? Um, but then actually I heard the song because I was looking in kind of looking like the Tin Man kind of. I was thinking, oh, this is clearly a joke song. But actually hearing it, the vocals were incredible. I remember hearing it for the first time and just thinking, oh my god, this is actually giving me winner vibes. It did at the time. Very powerful vocals, I must say. Wow. And actually a very meaningful, deep song. So it's not really, yeah, I kind of just didn't really take it that seriously to begin with. But actually, the lyrics are so meaningful. The song has so much power, so much conviction. Um, and it sang so well, I've got to be honest. So for me, yeah, I kind of had to be taken back in my seat there. Um, for me, I think it's a song where I still have a lot of questions unanswered. So outfits, face, what we doing? Are we going to replicate that? Are we going to have more of a glow? Are we going to have kind of quite lighted staging? What are we doing? Like, I just feel like, well, how are we going to take this song even further on the stage? Because I feel it is just so powerful, very unique for Lithuania. I just was not expecting from Lithuania. I genuinely thought it was an entry from another country. So I just want to know how this is going to play out. This is one of those ones where I just want to keep my eye on it. But yeah, I do like the song. It's not one of my personal favorites. I'm going to be honest, but it is definitely one that took my breath away. 100%. One of the most memorable ones where I watched it for the first time and I was just like, wow. So Lithuania definitely got the wow factor. Not a personal favorite of mine, but it is one I am going to keep an eye on.
All right, so I will start with a fun fact, I believe. First of all, Leon Ceccah has tried a lot of times in the Lithuanian selection under different names. In the past, it was Alan Chico, and another fun fact, it was my phone ringtone like 6 years ago, the song The Cure, I Will Save You. Leon Ceccah is really well known for playful staging. Sometimes he tries too much, may I say. Like last year, he ended in second place in the Lithuanian selection. It was like really with a lot of, I don't know, kind of like he and his dancer were under a battle with some bruises on their faces. Everything is makeup, of course, but kind of bloody. And in The Cure, it was like someone getting up from a wheelchair. So really strange, weirdo, almost I would say, staging concept. So while I have seen him on that, I wasn't really surprised. But I wanted to say on the staging that I feel it's the advantage and disadvantage of the entry together wisely. That make sense? Because on one hand, it really helps it to be stand out. Noah will appear like fully silvered face with a lot of makeup and that kind of, I don't know, black coat in the beginning, and then he disappears and went out of that, and then it like disappeared by the wind, etc. So the concept is really interesting and engaging. But you know what? I think it also distract the viewers or the listeners from the song. You're really busy with like questioning yourself. Is it a makeup? Is it a mask? I don't know. So I'm not sure about that one, and I have the fear they're gonna exaggerate with that one in the in the Eurovision in Vienna itself. I think they're gonna go with that bigger, and I'm a bit afraid of that it might go too big. But overall, yeah, very distinctive sound of song. I like the fact that it's really, I think it's one of the only dark pop of the season, like hardcore dark pop, but on a good thing with some electronic. blends a lot of languages, three or even four, I'm not sure. I know there is Lithuanian, English, Spanish, even French, I'm not sure, maybe, but at least those the first three I have mentioned. Um, I like the message, like of the human desire to search for meaning with all the madness of the word. And by the way, that's the way to do critic in your music. You don't have like to mock someone, you just have to point on things. I think that's things was done really nicely on the text level. So very alternative, very artistic on both sense. Leon is a really good vocalist. The high notes, the long notes, almost opera sometimes. And I find it one actually modern, even though it doesn't have all the modern package, but something about the transition between genres maybe. I'm not sure I that too many transition of languages is the right one. I found the Spanish a bit disconnected, but yeah. So overall, and by the way, it won the national final quite nicely, with I think at least half of the votes went only to him, something like that. But yeah, let's see how it's gonna end in Vienna. Let's move to qualification prediction.
Yeah, I think Lithuania will qualify. I think it is quite a unique entry. I think Lithuania's really stood out with this one. I can't lie. We are going to want to see something like this on the Eurovision stage, kind of within the grand final. So I definitely do think it will qualify. I'm not sure how high on qualification. That's where the part that I struggle. I just don't really see it qualifying that well. I'm going to be honest, not say that it's bad. I think it might just qualify because we will need something like this uniqueness kind of on the Eurovision stage for the grand final. But I just don't see it qualifying that highly. I feel like maybe it will be do quite well though. But yeah, I definitely see it qualifying. I feel like we do want to see more of this. It will be interesting to see how this plays out. We don't know quite what the staging is quite yet at the time of recording. So let's see how this one plays out. But for the moment, I definitely do see it qualifying 100%.
So yeah, I'm quite divided on that one. If I have to choose either yes or no, I still don't know, but I would say yes as for now. I do see chances where it's out, but it's not about Leon Sika, it's about Lithuania. I will try to explain really shortly why. Lithuania usually is like relies on 12 vote, and we have jury here. I want to say that jury will at least appreciate his vocals and maybe the uniqueness of the genre. But usually, sadly, I'm saying that jury don't usually vote for Lithuania. So I don't know, it might impact. And also when I'm looking at the split of countries voting in each semi, so I'm missing here a lot of allies of Lithuania. First of all, the UK, there is a lot of Lithuanian diaspora in the UK, I believe, right? In Ireland as well. And Ireland doesn't really participate in that here. UK is in the second semifinal. Latvia, their best ally, is in second semifinal as well. They might get some, I don't know, tiny diaspora vote, maybe from countries like, I don't know, Germany, and also they have Estonia, but and Poland, and that's it. So usually they enjoy with much more allies. So yeah, not sure about that one in that aspect, but I do think that due to uniqueness of song, of performance, of staging, and all those things, it might at least stand out on top of some of the others. So I'm mostly towards the yes, but I completely agree with you that in case it qualifies, it won't be a strong qualification. So it might be those who struggles, like, not the top five. All right, time to grind our scores. Naomi, please.
Yeah, I think actually a really great song. It definitely wowed me. Definitely wins in terms of the wow factor. But it's not a personal favorite of mine. I'm really sorry. I think it's a great song. I think it's definitely one we'll want to keep an eye on during the contest. It's only one I will keep an eye on. But yeah, I still appreciate the song though. So I'm going to give it a really nice 6 out of 10.
All right, so yeah, it's either not one of my biggest favorites, but I do appreciate the quality, the artistic vision, the vocals. Um, I think that very similar to another other songs in that lineup, but also here we also I think all of us like remember this the Solo Quiero Más part from the chorus, but the verses are like a bit hard to follow, maybe because it's in Lithuanian, maybe because it's too dark. And I believe that I don't know if it's not that significant, memorable or catchy, then some people, including me, by the way, might lowering a bit. So I'm gonna give it a solid 6.5 at the moment. But I do think it's one of the songs that might really grow on me. It has already grew on me. But yeah, just not my typical Doron style. All right, so let's wish good luck to Leon Ceccah from Lithuania competing in semifinal number one in second half of the show. Guys, tell us in the comments below what do you think about the Lithuanian entry this year. Don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to our channel right here below. That's right. You can find us on ecb.com, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, and basically everywhere. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.